listen to older ones and learn from friends like you. I really love when you talk about everything that you've been through, all the places you have seen, and who you helped along the way, and how you served so faithfully back in your younger days. When you were young, you gave your best and looked for ways of doing good. And I can see that now you're glad you did what you could. I like to listen to older ones and show them honor too. I hope someday when I grow up, maybe I can be like you.
We love to listen to older ones and learn from them. They have served Jehovah faithfully, some for many years. Come along with us as we get to know them better. How old are you?
I am 89. That's right.
And how many years have you been baptized?
43.
What is one of your favorite aspects of sacred service?
Oh, that's to go out in the ministry and look for those that's sighing and groaning. And then when I find one to sit down and actually study, oh goodness, and bring them into the truth, that's really make us all happy, and Jehovah happy too.
So why does it make you happy to do that?
Well, it pleases me, it pleases Jehovah and his son. I hope it pleases the congregation, and it pleases me that Jehovah allows me at my young age to continue doing his will. I mean, there's a lot of people my age that can no longer go from door to door.
Okay, tell us a fun fact about yourself that the friends might not know about you.
Well, here we are. Here's the, she didn't know it, nobody really knows it. Oh goodness. And this is what I do. I grew, and this is many, many moons ago. I mean, it's so old that it falls apart. Now, here's one. See, these are all, they were called still life. That's, that part is gone, but that's still life. This was me. The class took a picture of me, took a picture of me drawing. But now, here, I love that. Huh?
That is really nice.
And the teacher said to us, kids, when you get older and get married, I want you to draw how your front room or living room is going to look. And this was all done by rulers.
Oh my, that is really nice.
See that? There. And then, of course, all this is just still. But you see how old it is that we have to be so careful with that? It just falls apart if you pick it up. See? Oh, here's another one. That's I don't know, that was another kind of paper, but the rest of this, the whole thing just all falls apart.
That picture of your living room kind of looks like this.
Does it? I often wondered. I always looked and said, I want, yeah, but I ain't got no. But isn't that something? Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, that's the fun fact. So now in the new system, maybe I can get back to it and really become an artist. And you know, another thing I would like to, fun fact, is to play the piano.
Oh, that's
Yes.
nice.
When my mother wanted me to play the piano, I was too busy being a tomboy and had no time for any music. But now, if I had known I was going to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses one day, I sure would have took the time to learn. But maybe in the new system, we'll all do what we really, truly love to do.
So thank you for your time.
Well, thank you.
Very
One and all.
nice to see you today.
It's very nice.
How old are you?
I'm 89. That's old.
And how many years have you been baptized?
About 50.
What is one of your favorite aspects of sacred service?
Working with the tracks from the car. Not the cart, the car.
And why does it make you happy to do that?
Well, you get to see people face to face, and it's something it's very important because it's a short message, and it's just real nice to be able to do that.
Okay. Tell us a fun fact about yourself that the friends might not know about you.
Oh, well, maybe they don't know I can wiggle my ears.
Oh, can you show us?
Did you see them?
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Well, thank you for your time.
Well, sure.
And have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
How old are you?
How old am I? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I can't count on my fingers. It's 82.
Okay.
That's pretty old, isn't it?
And how many years have you been baptized?
8 years.
What is one of your congregation assignments?
Well, I was assigned to take care of the magazines, and I really do enjoy that. I look forward to going and helping with the magazines every meeting time.
Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, it's Jehovah's work, and I enjoy passing out the literature. It's good news from Jehovah, and that's what we all need to spread the good news. And I'm happy doing that.
Tell us a fun fact about yourself that the friends might not know about you.
Oh, wow. You ever heard of Elvis Presley?
I have.
Did you know I met him and actually shook his hand when he first started singing in Hollywood? And I was 17 and a half years old. I was in the military, and I got a chance to go visit. I heard he was giving a talk, and when I got to Hollywood, I stood in line for about half the night because there was a lot of people lined up to see him. But anyway, I got to see him, and I did enjoy that. I was young then, he didn't sing a song for me. I didn't ask him to do that,
That is really...
but he was pretty popular, wasn't he? Yeah, I like that little dance he did.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you come by to visit me, and maybe I'll have a question for you all sometime.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yes.
I could say old enough to know better, but sometimes I don't. 81.
And how many years have you been baptized?
Well, let's see, that goes back a long ways. 1962 in July. So there we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is one of your congregation assignments?
Right now it's pioneering.
And why does it make you happy to do your assignment?
Well, pioneering is the preaching of the good news to all who will listen, and it makes me happy when you find people that do listen. And so you get to teach these ones, and that brings a lot of joy. Mhm.
Tell us a fun fact about yourself that the friends might not know about you.
Well, that's kind of a hard one to pick out. What is some fun facts? How about square dancing? You know what square dancing is?
I do.
Yeah, okay, so I love to square dance. And my wife and I used to dance every square dance throughout the night. So that's how we like to dance. And I do like to play instruments. I haven't lately, but I do like to get guitar, banjo. Have you ever heard of a bass viol?
I have.
Okay, it's like a oversized violin. And I like to play that.
Very nice.
Hmm.
Thank you for your time.
Well, you guys are welcome. I appreciate your wanting to ask some questions.
Thank you.
Hmm.
How old are you?
I'm 88.
Okay. And how many years have you been baptized?
Well, I was baptized on October 17th, 1970. That's around 49 years already.
What is one of your congregation assignments?
Well, I had the privilege of working in the magazine department, and myself and Brother Justice, the magazines come in once a month, sometimes twice a month, and we had the privilege of separating the literature and the magazine together and putting all these things in their proper places. And we make sure there's plenty of magazines on hand for the congregation at all times.
And why does it make you happy to do your assignment?
Well, it's a privilege from Jehovah, assignment from Jehovah, and to do something that's important as a magazine, because the magazines, the Watch, Tower, and the Wake, is very important to Jehovah's organization. And have a share in putting something like this, to helping out in something like this, it's a privilege, and it makes me happy to do it.
Okay. Tell us a fun fact about yourself that the friends might not know about you.
Well, that was a hard one. I thought a lot of things, but the only thing I think of was when I was 15 years old, I was a boxer with the Wilmington Golden Glove team, and I was fortunate enough to win a championship in the Golden Gloves.
Thank you for your time, too.
And he said, I have a job up here you can get if you want it. So it was in a drywall place. And so I went up there to see about the job. And he was getting in a boarding house. And so I went to the boarding house, and the lady said, I can't give you a room until tomorrow, something to come up unexpectedly. And so my friend said I could sleep in the backseat of his car. And so I was sleeping, and sometime during the night, the police woke me up and charged me with bank robbery. And they asked me where the gun was and where the money was at. And some lady picked me out of a lineup and said I was the one. And she said I was one of them, she said. And but then 2 days later, the ones that robbed the bank, they tried to buy a car, pay cash for it, and the guy got suspicious. And they caught the bank robbers and they turned them loose.
How old are you?
I'm 85.
And how many years have you been baptized?
Oh, since 1986. No, that's about 1986.
And what is one of your favorite aspects of sacred service?
Oh, my secret service is reading the Bible most of the time. That's all I like to do. And I like to read the Bible and understand what Jehovah's telling us and how I have to live.
And why does it make you happy to do that?
Oh, it makes me happy because when I'm tired, that gives me a lot of rest. I rest when I read the Bible. I get so glad over it that I answer my questions when I want to. When I have questions to be answered, I go to my Bible.
Okay. Tell us a fun fact about yourself that the friends might not know about you.
Oh, I became a nurse in 1970, and I like working with people. And nursing was one of my favorite things to do in life.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
How old are you?
87.
Okay. And how many years have you been baptized?
Well, I'm getting so old I can't count, but I was baptized in March of 1957.
So, what is one of your favorite aspects of sacred service?
I love Bible studies. I love them.
And why does it make you happy to do them?
Well, you know, I like the expression on a person's face when they're learning something new, and I can see that it's something they didn't know, and they're surprised, and they're glad to learn it. It just gives me a feeling that makes me so happy, and I know it makes Jehovah happy. So that's what I like.
Yeah. So tell us a fun fact about yourself that the friends might not know about you.
Well, some people know this about me, but we used to have a piano at the Kingdom Hall instead of the records that play and the words up there. So somebody had to play the piano, but I didn't know how to play a piano. And I was going through some hard times at that time in my life, and so a sister thought it might help me if she could teach me how to play the piano. And I never did learn to play it well. I mean, never. But I did play some, and I learned what I learned. I learned kingdom songs. And I let a sister talk me into playing at the Kingdom Hall, which was a terrible mistake. So I would play it before the meeting and after the meeting, and one night I forgot to stop playing. And everybody was shocked. When the song was finished and we had sung 3 verses of it, I was still playing the song. So that kind of shocked everybody, but they all laughed, and I laughed too, although I was very embarrassed.
Well, thank you for your time, and it was very nice to see you today.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here.
How old are you?
Well, in just a few weeks, I will be 92.
So you're 91.
I'm 91 right now, but I'll be 92 just a few more weeks.
Okay. And how many years have you been baptized?
Since 1958. Now you tell me how many that is.
What is one of your favorite aspects of sacred service?
Well, I like all of them. But if I had to choose, I would say the meetings.
Yeah, the meetings are very good. And why does it make you happy to go to the meetings?
I see our meetings as spiritual meals where Jehovah's teaching me things that I need to know. And in Hebrews 10, 24 and 25, it says, consider one another to incite to love and fine works, not forsaking our meetings together. And then, of course, I not only have a spiritual meal there, but I have my brothers and sisters where we can encourage one another and to build each other up. So it's a two-way.
Thank you for your wonderful answers.
You're welcome.
Tell us a fun fact about yourself that the friends might not know about you.
Okay. One day I was in my front yard working in a flower bed, and I happened to hit something, and all of a sudden I am covered in hornets. And I run in the middle of the front yard, and I'm just swatting these hornets all around me, and I'm trying to get my shirt off so I could use it to swat them with. And the kids run around the house, and one of them yelled out, "Come on, Mama's in the front yard dancing and undressing." And they were coming around the corner, they're all coming to laugh at me, you know. I yelled out, "It's the hornets, you better get in the house." So they ran in the house, and I said, "I'm right behind you." And of course, that was the end of that day. But next day, I decided I had to do something about those hornets. So I went to farmer's market and got some poison, and he told me what to do. And he told me to take this stuff and pour it, wait for dusk dark, and when they were all in the home, and then pour it in the home. But before you do it, be sure you've got something to cover that nest up with it so they can't get out. Well, I couldn't understand that, but when I poured it in, I knew what he meant, because it sounded like 1,000 hornets in there, and the ground shaking. So I slapped that thing over it, and I took off running. And I give them the right of way anytime they want it. And then, of course, the kids still laughed about it all the time. You know, they thought it was funny. Mom was in the front yard dancing and unstripping, undressing. So that was that, which, that's it.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
How old are you?
I'm 84 years old.
Okay. How many years have you been baptized?
I have been baptized about 30. I've been baptized about 40 years. I'm going to have to.
So, what is one of your favorite aspects of sacred service?
Serving Jehovah with all my heart.
And why does it make you happy to serve Jehovah with all your heart?
Because one thing, there's going to be a new world, and I'm going to enjoy living in that new world, hopefully. Where there won't be no more sickness, sorrow, dying, no more crying. Revelation 21:3-4. I always remember that scripture.
Tell us a fun fact about yourself that the friends might not know about you.
Oh, they don't know that I love music. I love to sing. I love to play my piano. I love to go fishing with my husband. Sometimes just to look at it because I'm not able anymore. But I used to.
Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you.
We love our older ones!
I'm so happy that you're my friend, just like David and Jonathan. You're always there. Thank you for you. You love Jehovah, I do That's why we're best friends, stuck like glue. You're always there. Thank you for you. We laugh and play, study and pray. We love to walk with Jehovah each day. And when we're in paradise, it will always be this way. And we have brothers, sisters too.
A little bit about I didn't want things I didn't have that they got.
Wait, are you just trying to put the little red ball on?
You know how you go pick it, you go throw it up, and then catch the ball. Throw it up there, catch it. While it's up, you pick up the jack rock and then catch the ball.
Okay.
The same hand, done with the same hand.